Hi, Demuda.
Hi.
Hello.
We are Leah.
I'm Linda.
We're from my sewing room. We're in the middle of 12 days of decorations. So, what are we doing for our 12 days of decorations today, Linda?
Well, today is hanging out with my Nomies. This is my Nomie family. We have 3 little kids. This is Mom and this is Dad. So this is actually a no-sew project. So there's no embroidery, there's no hand sewing. Everything is glued. So this really is for everybody in the family. So I started with these little Nomies first because I thought they were just the cutest little thing. I thought they're kind of small, right? And then I thought, well, we need to do the pine cone Nomie. And then I thought, oh, look at this one. This is actually made with a clean old sock. These are my husband's socks. Thank you, honey, for donating your used socks. I just love this guy. He's really cool. So we're actually going to make the pine cone one and the sock one today. Now, in the instructions I've given you the pattern for the 3 sizes. I've given you the instructions to make the sock one. As you'll see, don't really need too many instructions for these little guys. You're actually going to use cardstock and build a cone. He actually has a jacket. And then I use little beads for the nose. And we'll talk about the other materials I use. So this is in Anne's colors. This is in Leah's colors. You'll notice there's a theme here, right? Here's Anne's colors again. She got an orange nose. Here's Leah. Leah's the mama. Right? And these are pine cones I stole from my house. And this is Leah's colors as well. He's got a purple nose. That's for me because I love purple. Okay. So, are we ready to get crafting? Oh, Barb, our lovely cohort. Here's the little one that she just passed. So this is a spool of thread. And you can use, I've given you patterns for the hats for all 3 sizes. You could use that. Glue it on the top of the spool. And these are just little cutout felt pieces. Just add it to it. And you can hang that on your tree.
Cute.
Very cute. Okay. So I thought let's go ahead and let's start with the pine cone one. So the one thing I found is that pine cones come in different sizes. So actually what I did is I measured around the diameter of the pine cone to make sure that this hat, the pattern I've given you, is big enough. This is like an 8. But what I've done is the hat I've given you is very generous. And I've measured this already. So now I have nice overlap. I look at this one. This one's kind of glued on. Afterwards, you glue it on. I had a fair bit of overlap on this one because this pine cone's a little skinnier than this one. Okay, so pine cone hat. Now I've given you a little pattern to cut out his beard. Let's talk about this fabric. This is called Cuddle, right?
This is the Luxe Llama Cuddle.
Llama, and so what you'll notice that it's got a knit on the back. And I'm using this for all of the beards on this guy. And I'm going to show you how to cut this when I make the sock one, because there is a specific way to cut this fabric. So I have my little piece of the beard. Now this fabric has a nap to it, although it can literally go either way. It's not like corduroy that only has a one-way nap. So I'm just kind of brushing it this way. So I have this. This is going to be the nose. And assuming my cord goes this far, I have Anne's glue gun. What I had found, I was actually starting down here to glue. That doesn't work. What you want to do is you want to start here and just glue in little pieces or little sections. And yes, I have burnt my fingers twice on this today, because this is very hot, so you don't want to give it to the little ones. There you go. And I have found that rolling it first to make the cone and pinning it gives you much better success. So just glue a little piece. And if you have a seam ripper or a stiletto, or you can use the pin, you can do that. Now I'm using the Kimberbell felt that has the wool with it. And it's actually working very nicely gluing. Okay. Nothing like watching glue dry. Just do a little bit at a time. And that is quite warm on top, so be careful. There we go. Now you can decorate the front. I've actually given you a pattern to do the little holly. And usually, if you do three, like 3 loops or 3 leaves, it always seems to be more balanced doing it that way. So feel free. And I've actually put it off to the side a bit. But you can decorate this with sequins, buttons, whatever you want to glue on here. You can even put rickrack all the way up. If I look at some of my little ones here, the children, I actually just took a strip of felt and wound it around the top. Whoops. I took a strip of felt and wound it around the top. Because the little top piece here can get just a little messy, right? You could also put bells on there too if you wanted. Thank you. I've actually had many sets of these. These are amazing. So if you're pressing, like I always burn myself, you'd think quilters be like guitar players. They have real calluses here, but we don't, right? These are amazing. They're made out of silicone, so it's like your oven mitts you have, but they're for your fingers. Okay, so we have that here. So let's see which way my pine cone kind of wants to sit this way. And I have found, I was originally putting the nose on here, and then I found I had a problem with the hat. So the best thing to do is kind of figure out where you want to have your beard. Let's put the hat on. Yeah, that kind of works. So I just keep my finger there. Peel this back a bit. Another opportunity to burn your fingers. Put this back. Now I'm just kind of gluing it to get my hat on there. So that's starting to look good. Okay, so now, oops, I'm going to put my little bead there. These are just wooden beads that I bought. And I have a variety of sizes. So this is the one. Now if you had tweezers, you could use the tweezers instead of burning your fingers. But since my fingers are numb today, and you're just gluing it right onto the cuddle. Kind of got a droopy nose now. I think he's had one too many, Leah. So what you want to do is you want to get the hat on, and then we're going to use the glue gun again. And so you can see the back in here. There, and I'm just adhering it to those back little, whatever we call these.
They're called cone scales.
Cone scales, thank you. Who figured that out?
Me.
You? Yay, Leah. Let's see those. Take a look. Oh. So now what I want to do, put a little bit of glue on that scale there. Scale, that's our new word for today.
That's our totally not sewing term today.
Well, we're not sewing, so there we go. There we go. Now the nice stuff about this, the nice thing about this cow is that you can kind of work his beard. There we go. Tilts to the right a little bit, but that's cute. Okay. Oops. That's why you got to figure out which way it sits. Okay, well, you can be over there. Okay, so let's talk about the sock one. So, one of my hubby's old socks, clean, I put inside one of the canning jars. Now, you're going to be putting in 2 cups of rice. I buy rice by the kilo bags because I make a lot of crafts with uncooked rice. So, I just put this into one of the empty mason jars I have. And everybody should have a funnel, especially when you're refilling your bottles with starch, your best press, whatever. Or you're filling rice. It's going to be rice everywhere back here for tomorrow, guys.
Oh, we left glitter all over the place the other day.
Yeah, glitter, rice.
You know.
Gee, I wonder what tomorrow is.
Oh, I might have something wonderful to spill all over the floor tomorrow.
I know that we will. So I'm just pulling the edges up a bit. Let's do 1 more cup. And you want to make sure you put a full 2 cups in there.
Keep the sock nice and full.
Yeah, because it'll sit better. Tap it down. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up now. Yay, and I only spilled about 4. So you want to put that, I'm tamping it down. Now I want to make sure this is nice and tight. And we can reshape this to be any shape. Twist it. Take our elastic. And here's where I may have to get Leah to do this because of my hands. Just want you to put that tight around there. And of course you want to make the elastic nice and tight because you don't want it to.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play no me games.
Awesome.
And throw my gnomes.
You can do that. So now what we want to do is we want to cut this about 1 inch above. Now, if you were so inclined, you could keep this piece and create another Nomi, but socks is something I seem to have a lot of. Okay, so let's talk about our beer. So the pattern I've given you is a triangle. So we're now going to cut this cuddle. Again, I said there's a special way of doing this. We actually just want to cut this knit back here. We don't want to cut his beard. So with the wrong side facing you, you're going to slip your scissors in. I don't know if you can get that shot. Yeah. So I'm just cutting the knit. And you're sliding your scissors right underneath that. Slide. Take your time. You cannot use a rotary cutter on this. You must use really good pointed scissors. There you go.
If you use a rotary cutter, you're going to cut through all those fibers on the outside, and it's going to shed forever.
And good luck.
It will make you very unhappy.
Yep. Now on the pattern, I've actually put an arrow on it to indicate the direction of the nap. This straight edge here will be on the top of our Nomi. This will be on the bottom. So you want your nap going down.
Otherwise he's going to have fur in his eyes. He's
Yeah.
going to sneeze all day long.
Just think of Leah.
Yep. That was day 4 of videos if you're just tuning in now. That was day 4 of decoration.
Yes. It just takes a bit of work. But, you know, remember, there's no sewing. It's only gluing. And gently, oh, that little piece there didn't cut. Gently pull it apart. Okay, let's do the other side. So that may have some little pieces here, but that's okay. It just kind of adds to them. So let's remove our pattern. Okay. Now what I found making my papa one, right? Nice thing with the rice in here, we can mold it the way we want. So as I said, the straight edge is going to go up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some auditioning, I like to call this. Just put a pin there. I'm just going to leave that there for now. So I've already cut out my hat, and this is in Anne's colors. I didn't have anything really pretty to decorate the hat, but I'm sure I can figure out something in the next day. Okay. Of course, felt doesn't have a right or a wrong side to it. So we're going to roll it. And we want to pin it. What you want to do is try to get it to, oh, I'm going into this shape. So let's pin, pin. I thought Anne's hat would look really pretty with some mistletoe on it. If you don't roll this up first and kind of pin it, you will not have success when you go to glue it. Ask me how I know that. So I'm actually just going to glue the center here just to get it going. So I want to make sure I keep this open. That'd be a good little thing to put candy in, huh? Dark chocolate, right?
Yep.
Dark chocolate, right? So just put a little one there. So let's take on the dreaded point. Just a little bit of glue. Let that cool for a sec. There we have our hat. So what we need to do is we need to stuff our hat because it has to have some body to it. So I just have some fiber fill here, batting.
Product shot. Polyfill. Oh yeah.
Okay, are we too close?
We're gonna burn it on the hot glue gun.
Yeah, I don't want to burn it on the glue gun.
I will show it after.
It's big. That's
It's
all.
big. It's big, yeah.
This just came in today.
Yay.
More polyfill came
Did
in
we get
today.
more bench pillows?
I didn't look that deep in all the boxes.
Okay, so here's where you want to use, chopsticks works really well, getting it down there. Okay, let's see. So we're just going to addition this to make sure. Oh, look at that. It's almost perfect. Okay, I'm just going to put a pin in the back because I don't want to lose that. This guy looks kind of cute, doesn't he? Okay, so we've got this pinned here, and the center is right where I put the pin. We need to put glue his beard on and glue the nose on. So I put 2 pins at the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out here and not glue my pin. Let's put it right on there. You don't have to be straight. It's really, really forgiving. Okay, let's pin the other side, or glue the other side. This almost looks like a bandana with a triangle shape. I think these are my favorite Nomi so far. Okay, so the big decision now is what color nose are we going to make it, Leah? So I found that we want to have the hat coming down a bit, so I want to have his nose just down a bit and put it right on the bead. And yes, you can take the beads off once you glue them. They just kind of wait till it cools, and then you can just peel it off. So let's put this on. Let's sure we're good. Hee hee hee. Okay. So, I have to look at him first. Oh my gosh, he looks so cute. Okay, so in the back, I'm going to want to glue it here and here. Now, of course, you can have your hat at any angle you want. This is where you need a third hand.
Oh, I could be a third hand.
Be a third hand. I just want to poke this thing out a bit. I want to put some glue right there. It's kind of easier if you don't. There we go. I'm going to do the same to the other side. Please, Vanna. There we go.
The real thing that's happening here is Linda doesn't want to glue her fingers to her gnome, so she's going to glue my fingers.
Yeah, I've got enough blisters from today. Actually, I've not hurt myself. It's pretty good. There we go. That's glued. And I've literally just glued the 2 places on each side of his head. My first one here that I did, I actually glued it right here above the nose and on the back here, which is perfectly acceptable. Now I think what you want to do is we need to decorate these ones up. And maybe we'll do that after we're done today. There you go.
Awesome.
Isn't that cute?
Adorable. So, join us tomorrow for Sparkly Magic.
Yeah, that'll be day 7.
Day 7.
Decorations.
So, thanks guys. Be safe.
Be kind.
And be calm. And be happy you can stay home and isolate.